Welcome, everybody. Game 3 press conference of the NCAA South Region Bracket Number 2 Regional. Today's game, West Alabama versus Delta State. Delta State winning 6-5 in the bottom of the ninth. With us right now, Delta State head coach Rodney Batts, number 21, Tyler Janis, number 27, Logan Eldridge. Coach, just opening thoughts on today's game.
Well, it was a good one. No, your back's to the wall. You got to survive in advance now, and that's why in a tournament like this they give you 2 losses. One kind of wakes you up, and you got to win 4 or 5 before you get that second one. But I thought our guys, thought they handled it well. Not just because of the win. They knew what they had to do, and for most of the game things didn't go our way. We gave up a couple runs there early, and then we tied it up and, made a pitching change. And really the breaking ball wasn't a bad breaking ball, just down into the left-hander swing, Goolsby swing. But, guys never gave up. They kept fighting. And, this is really the team that we had most of the year. And we really have not seen this team in about a month. What we saw that last inning. It's been a resilient team. It's been a bunch of fighters and guys that know as long as we've got outs left that we got a chance. And so good to see us continue our season and play as well as we did the second half of the game and get the win. And, just hats off to our guys just for keep plugging at it and figuring out a way to win it.
Logan, so just talk a little bit about the pitching staff as a whole on today's game, being able to stay in. 4 pitchers used today. Just talk a little bit about how you guys felt, how the relievers, the starter, how you guys just try to combine to kind of fend off the Tigers.
Yes, sir. So, we knew going in we were going to ride Farley as far as we could. And some stuff happens, and so everybody's got to be ready. So I knew I was going in, and I knew right after me was Clayson. We all had each other's back, and we knew that as soon as somebody was struggling, the next person's going out there to have their back. So.
And Tyler, dream scenario for you. Winning run on second, bottom of the ninth, team season. You keep the season going. What was going through your mind?
Yeah, man. It's obviously nerve-wracking going up there with 2 outs. Your season's on the line. A lot of guys' careers, man. We got a lot of seniors on this team, and a lot of guys' careers are on the line. But the biggest thing was just, breathe. Obviously breathe. And get up there and just remember that it's a game at the end of the day, and you're trying to have fun. So why not do something cool? Why not go up there and try to do something cool? So just try to keep it chill and just get a base hit right there.
And to add on, it seemed like you were cool, calm, collected. So it was your first hit of the day, but there's a lot of contact coming off of your bat. It was just what was going through your mind there again. Just
honestly, I stepped in the box and I kind of checked the infielders because right there all you need to win that's a single. Shortstop was playing the hole because I'd hit a ball in the hole earlier in the game, and I just thought if he gives me a fastball down, I'm gonna try to hit it up the middle. And I got the pitch I wanted and I executed the swing I wanted. So thankfully, our training prepared us to do that, and I was ready to do that.
Coach, just talk a little bit. You mentioned survive in advance, and that's exactly what a double elimination regional is all about right now. Kind of had an early exit in the GSC. You guys were hot early on in the season, at least for me as a coordinator for various awards in the South. I've been watching you guys for most of the season. Had a little kink there, but just talk about how important it was to just keep the team focused and locked in on let's just win one game at a time and keep going.
Well, that's what it's all about. And I told somebody leaving the hotel, I said, we've lost 6 in a row. We lost 3 to finish our regular season. We lost 2 in our conference tournament. First game here, so that's 6 in a row. So all we got to do is figure out a way to win one and get that taste back in our mouth. And, that's athletics. That's sports. And the good thing about baseball is that one loss don't send you home. So that's our whole motivation after the game yesterday, is just figure out a way to win one game. And I gave them a scenario in 2012. We're at the regional in Tampa, and that was an 8-team regional. And I think we lost the first game there, and we had to win 5 games in 3 days. So I told them it can be done. You just got to win one. You got to win one. You got to advance and move on to tomorrow. And, our pitching staff's a little bit taxed right now, so it's going to be, by committee tomorrow. But same thing. All you got to do is figure out a way to win tomorrow and move to the next day. My guys will be ready. They'll be ready.
All right, so tomorrow's game is going to be at 2 p.m. Delta State's going to take on an opponent to be determined after the second game for today between Florida Southern and West Florida. Again, coaches, players, thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome to the press conference. The game was West Alabama versus Delta State. Delta State winning the bottom of the ninth, 6-5. Joined right now, head coach of West Alabama, Eric DuBose, number 17, Bryant Quimby, and number 4, Joe Watkins. Coach, just opening thoughts on today's game.
Losing stinks. But on the flip side of that, man, I'm so blessed to say that I was a part of this team and to be around the guys and the character and the winners that they are. I'm truly blessed to be a part of that. I've been able to do some cool things on the playing side, but these guys have really taught me a lot this year through what it takes to be a champion. We come in, we're working on building and changing the culture, and I'm surrounded by 2 guys that were a huge part of that in changing what it feels like to be a Tiger. And I'm truly grateful. And it didn't end the way we wanted it to, but the scoreboard doesn't dictate who we are as young men and people. So I still believe that they leave here with their head up high and proud to be a Tiger.
So, Joe, I've seen your name several times being a coordinator in the South. Just talk about the season as a whole. You guys went 32-25, GSC champion, making a regional, getting that AQ bid. Just talk about your season as a senior as a whole with the guys.
I couldn't have asked for anything more than what this senior season has been. I came in, was told what needed to happen, and I'm glad that we could have made it come true. We got off to a slow start, but it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. And I couldn't ask for a better band of brothers to do it with. It was absolutely phenomenal.
Bryant, you're a NCBWA All-South second team member. Again, another person that we've seen both you guys' names all year long. Just talk about the same kind of question as a senior, kind of wrapping up this 2025 season.
It's been fun, just like what he said. We got off to a slow start, but I've never been a part of a team that just decided that enough's enough and we're going to win, and we went on a run, and it was special, and it was probably the best time of my life, going on that run in the GSC tournament and winning it all. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Jonathan Harris for UWA Athletics. Question for Coach DuBose. Despite the results today, what are you most proud of about this group?
We competed. That was something that we came into the GSC, and we was talking about respect is earned, not given, and we wanted to earn people's respect. And I think going through the Gulf South Conference, winning it, coming up here playing Florida Southern last night in a great game, come up a little short, than playing Delta State, who's been ranked all year, giving them all they want. Like we're going around earning what we want to be about. And man, I can't say enough. Like this guy right here, Q, going out there and basically saying, just get me off the bus and I'll figure it out. And that's been the attitude that we've been working hard. And it's probably the hardest thing as a coach. But when you have guys like that, like he had nothing. He really didn't. He had just a pure will that I'm just gonna go out there and get outs. I'm gonna go out there and will myself. And man, he got us 9 outs. And man, I just kept telling the guys in the dugout, I said, guys, stop where you are and understand what you're watching right now. Watching this young man go out there and leave it on the field, like that's a special outing. And it's 3 innings. Like you've seen 3 shutout innings all the time, but to watch him with what he had and his determination and just, I don't care. And that's why he is who he is, and that's why he's our alpha dog. And man, I'm a better coach when I'm surrounded by men like this right here.
I'm Daryl Redden, UWA Athletics, Coach DuBose. Just talk about this season, man. Obviously not the result you wanted today, but looking back at last year, year 1 for you, you missed the GSC tournament. This year, you win the whole thing. Just talk about how special this season was for you and the team as a whole.
It's sort of like what I was just talking about, being where our feet are. We came together, man, what was it, 2 months ago? And I called a meeting into the locker room, and I think it was sort of a turnaround because I felt like I'd fallen short because one of the biggest things I learned as a player is understanding that the script's already written. The man upstairs already knows if we're going to win, if we're going to lose, and man, all we have to do is show up and do our part. Now, do we want to win? Do we want to? Absolutely. We're going to go out and compete, but man, I think it gives us our freedom as players and as coaches to go out and enjoy and be where our feet are. And that's something I told our coaching staff when we went to 3-0. I said, guys, don't take this for granted. What we're doing right now is not given that we'll ever get back here. It's not given that we'll win another Gulf South Conference. It's not given that we'll come back here to a regional. Like, be where our feet are, man. And I think that right there, we understand, like, there's no pressure on us. Like, let's go out and do the game that these young men have been playing since they were 5 years old. And man, they played with a fire and an intensity, and man, it was just fun to watch them go from a crippled team that we were scrambling to find wins anywhere to, dude, they didn't care if we was playing Tampa, they didn't care if we was playing Florida Southern, they didn't care if the Yankees showed up, man. We were 6'6" and bulletproof, and man, I'd much rather have a team that thinks like that than to have a team that's really, really talented and scared of the shadow, man. And and we came up there in my office, and I asked them, because man, we were trying everything at one point this season. I was asking them, like, what do I need to do? Like, coach, it's not you, it's not this, it's just, and man, that once they did this, I mean, it is a group effort of players that just sit there and said, no, like he said, no more, let's go, and we just started swinging, and here we are with something that we can really walk out of here and be proud to have West Alabama Tigers on our chest.
You had a lot of roster turnover from last year to this year, and probably your biggest addition is Joe Watkins sitting over there. Just talk about how he's performed all season. You know, midway through the season, latter portion of the season, we're sitting at 20-22. You move Joe to the leadoff spot. He hits 357 with 7 home runs and 13 RBIs. And we go 13-2 over that stretch. I mean, just talk about what he's meant to this program in his first year in the program.
Well, Joe, do you remember what you told me in that meeting about where you want to hit the lineup?
Yeah, I do.
What did you say?
Second.
Anywhere but leadoff. I don't
Yeah,
like
anywhere but leadoff.
What does he know, huh? But man, I've been so fortunate, but I know not to take moments in teams like this for granted. And guys like Joe changed the culture quick. Guys like Eli Burwash, Jake Goolsby, those guys like that, Tanner, like bringing in guys like that helped us go from not making the tournament last year to here we are in a regional and competing against the best teams in the country and holding our own. And we're not where we want to be, but these guys right here laid a foundation of what it's like and what the new standard is. And man, I'm forever grateful for these because I'm a lot better coaches with better players. And it didn't take long, and Q can testify that it didn't take long to realize Joe was really special. I mean, Joe hits balls a ton. He goes in the outfield and he throws it 100 in, and he goes and runs a 6.5, and like he runs everything down the outfield. He's like, he's playing center, and he's going to hit every day. I just got to make sure he gets to the ballpark. But you're right, man. I mean, 3 to 4 tonight. I mean, the last 3 games, he started out 2 of them with a home run and 1 with a double. Like, talking about a table setter. But man, he is, and I'm very fortunate. I'm blessed. Again, I can't say it enough to be a small part in these young men's life, but they're a huge part in my life and who I want to be as a coach. And I'm a better coach for having these guys to help guide me and tell me when I'm screwing up and keep me straight.
And final question for Q and Joe. I'll just talk about the season you all had, the careers that you all have had playing collegiate baseball. I mean, Quimby, you're all-region selection your last year. Joe, what a tournament you had in the GSC tournament and down here in the South Region tournament. Just talk about the performances you all had and the efforts that you had in your last collegiate season.
You got to go first?
Yeah, you go ahead.
I feel like this is the most I've grown as a person in a year, and the most I've seen a team grow. And like it's special, honestly. And like I keep saying, I wouldn't have it any other way, you know. I mean, we could all be somewhere else, but I'm proud to say I'm a UWA Tiger, and I'll be one forever.
My turn.
Yeah.
I started my career in junior college, went to the D1 level, and I didn't enjoy my time there, and I came here, and I could not have made a better decision just for my life. I absolutely loved it being a UWA Tiger, and I still always will be. I wear my shirts until they got holes in them. I mean, I absolutely loved it here. I couldn't have asked for a better place. I couldn't have chose a better place, and the place that I chose couldn't have had better people in it. It was absolutely fantastic. I would change nothing.
Congrats on a great season, guys. It was a
I
lot of fun to
appreciate it.
watch.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll echo it again. Congratulations on a really great season, 32-25, GSC champion and ending as an NCAA regional participant. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, players.
Thank you.
Thank you.